Welcome back to Dread. Last we left off, the boys successfully robbed a jewelry store in the center of London. You convinced a cop or a Bobby to not investigate any further. Tiny Tim kind of did that job.
Oi, boy, just answer me. What are you doing in this store?
Well, I came to check on it because my father owns it and he's also got sickness right now.
As you're headed back to your hideout, you see a woman in a red dress who is lying in the road. Blood seems to be seeping from her, and Tiny Tim wanted to save her or help her. The other two grabbed him and ran to the hideout. When he got to the hideout, Nellie was upset with the amount of jewels that you came back with because she was the one that tasted out the jewelry store, so she knows that there was a lot more jewels than what you returned with.
Split 4 ways. I don't know if this is enough for all of us.
Nelly, would you mind giving us a moment?
Yeah, a little side discussion. Yeah, we got a little sidebar.
Okay.
Why don't we just take her out of the equation? Not cute. But
All right, well, what do you want to do?
take her out of the equation.
And as you were discussing what to do, maybe possibly take out Nellie, there was a man in the corner of the room.
Mate, this is a private thing. Can you give us a moment?
Nellie started to shout at him.
You get out of here. You're not supposed to be here. How'd you even get in?
I take care of criminals like you, the scum of the earth.
And he proceeded to take out a knife and murder Nellie in front of your eyes. And that is where we pick up. So, he looks up, he says,
Hi, I'm Jack, and you've been very good boys.
what would you like to do?
Jack who?
He runs at you.
Jack me hard.
Jack you. And he starts moving towards you.
says-
What would you like to
he
do?
says, "Yeah."
Stupid.
I'm gonna start backing up. Then do I know, like, I've been here before?
Yes,
Do I know all the exits?
But in the hideout, there is one back exit, but he's kind of blocking that way. There's the exit you just came from, up
And
the
that's
stairs.
the only other option?
Yes, up the stairs
Okay.
of the alley, unless you want to try to dip.
So,
past him.
So now that I know the surroundings, I'm also freaked out. So I'm not thinking about all the surroundings. I am just like quick. I'm just thinking here, there. So I'm thinking about the exit. I'm gonna start backing up, like Jack who? And I start backing towards the exit.
All right, he is coming at you. I need you to pull from the tower.
I want...
Who's going after her?
The one who just addressed him was Tom.
And
so
I want
he's-
it. I want my reaction to when that happened to just like start crutching towards the door.
Wait, before you pull, which door are you clutching towards?
The one that is the opposite side.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tom is coming from the entrance you just walked through. Jack goes for him, and as Jack moves towards Tom, Tiny
I'm
Tim
back.
is making his way behind him. So go ahead and make your pull.
I'm backing away towards the window. Like,
So just to be
walking out
clear,
the window.
the way we came in is the best way out.
For you currently, yes.
Is that towards where the jewels are at as well?
The jewels are on the table in the center of the room.
I'm not pouring everything out.
Okay, so write down my priority safety. So that's why I'm backing up towards to try to like.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to pick up pace as I'm going because Jacko.
As he gets close, you hear.
Jack the Ripper!
And you make the pull. So you see a knife flash towards you, and you kind of just lean back, dodge it, and you turn and run up the stairs.
Full sprint.
Just full sprint. Put your shoulder into the door, out into the alley, and you take off running. Tiny Tim and Lionel, you are now in the room with Jack. He just took a swipe at Tom. You see Tom left. You're making your way to the back door. Tiny Tim, you're pretty slow.
I'm headed to the window.
All right, so there is a small window that looks out into the alley, but as this is a basement, those windows are pretty small and it's kind of elevated. So do you want to try to somehow open that window and get through it?
Is there like a table or something to step on to get up there?
You can there again at the
Is
center.
it like easy for me to climb up to it?
Not super easy now. You could try to grab a chair really quick. It's not a very large room. You could run over, try to grab a chair, throw it in the corner, and that would be enough to get you up.
Yeah, I'll try that.
All right, so as you do that, Tim, you're still just crouching towards the back door, and Jack turns, looks at the situation, and sees Lionel. You grab the table, the chair, you get it up to the window, and you're about to climb out, and he starts coming for you. I need you to pull.
This one?
I'm asking you to pull one. You can opt to pull more.
I'm gonna pull 2 just to be safe.
When the tower's slim.
Yes. Tower slim.
Real quick, can you pause? I just want to let y'all know a rule that I forgot to mention in episode 1. There is, not that I'm encouraging you to use it now, but you can always sacrifice yourself. So if you don't think you're gonna be successful on a pull, or if you want to help your buddies escape, you can always elect to push the tower over yourself, and that will.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
You will obviously die, but you can save your lives. I'm not saying you should. I'm just, before we get into this episode, I want to just let y'all know that is an option.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't touch this table much.
Okay.
All right, he's going for a second one.
I want to guarantee I get the heck out of the jet.
So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think this was gonna be as stressful as it was for him to just pull blocks.
That's why it's called dread.
Oh my gosh.
I'm imagining the music that's playing right now.
Oh, do I edit it?
All right, so Lionel, you get this chair up to this window.
Someone's dying.
You see this man with no pupils, no irises, just white eyes turn to you, still this grin on his face. He comes at you with this long stiletto-like dagger, and you take one step on the chair. You see he's coming for you. You just dive through the window. So you don't even take time to open it. You just fully dive through.
Break the glass.
Do a little combat roll, break through the glass. You land out on the street. You roll. You get up. You're now side by side.
Sprinting.
You're side by side with Tom, and you both sprinted down the road, and that leaves Tiny Tim, who at this point has made it to the door.
I'm scared. Okay, I'm genuinely scared, and I'm running and I'm screaming, "It's Jack the Ripper! Jack the Ripper, run for your life!"
It's 3:11 or something.
No, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. No, I got it right because he said his name was Jack the Ripper. I'm repeating it. Okay, because I was gonna say before I thought his name was Jack the Killer.
Yeah, but you kept asking, "What Jack who?"
Yeah.
And then he seems to have accepted his moniker. Of
Yeah,
Jack.
it is late at night, and I am screaming this.
What if he just said Jack Smith?
Does anyone, is there like known information about Jack the Ripper to us at this time? Besides,
So you haven't really fully been paying attention. You do live in Whitechapel, so it's been kind of big news around that there's been a lot of murders. But like I said, you haven't been paying that much attention to it. It's usually prostitutes. It's usually
like what would my parents have told me?
they wouldn't have told you anything, but you would have seen the newspapers just on the street.
Well, I just want to go out and play in the streets and stuff, and I love everyone. It's Tiny Tim.
Yeah, so you would have from the newspapers, you would have probably read, seen some headlines. Jack the Ripper, this serial killer that's out there killing women, in Whitechapel specifically,
and criminals apparently.
and you remember reading the details of one of the murders, and there was like 47 stab wounds. That's why he's called the Ripper.
Okay.
All right. So you made it to the back door. You see, as you're kind of opening the door and look out, you know that Tom's just run. You literally see Lionel dive through the window, and you see,
Like from the outside.
you see he was dove from the inside. So you see him get through the window. You see Jack at the bottom of the window trying to look out, and then you see he doesn't really turn his body, but his head turns towards you and looks you. Would be in the eyes, but you just see the whites of his eyes.
Am I in the building still, or
You're in the building, and you duck out and close it.
Oh,
What would you
okay.
like to do?
So now I'm outside.
Yes. But he just turned to look at you right before you closed it.
How far am I from them?
So you're kind of parallel. So the basement was under this building, so you came out the other side of the building. So you're on the opposite alley, and they were kind of running down this alley.
I wish I knew. I want to be safe. I saw him coming
so-
at me. I just don't know.
So I'll give you some options.
Yeah.
So you're in the slums, so you know that there's probably some open buildings around. You can possibly just try to find a random door, go through it. You don't know if there's gonna be a family there or what, but you could try to hide from Jack. You don't even know if he's behind you or not, but you did see him turn to look at you. You know that if you keep going south far enough, you get to the River Thames. There is a new sewage system in London, so if you want to try to duck into the sewers, you do know that the hideout is right next to, not next to, but down the street a little ways is a pretty well-frequented brothel. So if you want to go there to try to hide out, you can as well.
I think I want to go to try to get into one of the random doors that looks like a family lives there.
Okay. So you're in the alley and you see you don't have a lot of time because Jack could be right behind you, so you just want to try one of the doors. So you go up to it and you turn the knob and it opens and you walk in. As you walk into this house, it's very dark. There doesn't seem to be any lights, but as you go, you see it's kind of a rundown place, but there does seem to be a family living here. You see kind of a table, a couple sitting chairs, and if you keep going far enough into this small home, you'll find some beds with a sleeping family. Do you want to just hide out here?
I want to lock the door.
Okay, there does not seem to be a lock, but do you want to try to grab something to lock it? Did a chair,
Your crutch.
your crutch?
Tiny Tim even
Your
pick up a
cane.
chair.
It might take some effort.
So you don't have
just-
a crutch, it's a cane, sorry.
I want to put the crutch up to block the door. Just like, yeah.
Like in the
And
door
that's your
handle.
cane, right?
Huh?
Your cane.
It's a crutch. It is a crutch.
You also
I
did-
said the wrong thing.
Okay, I will give you the option. Would you like to pull to be more successful in this endeavor? To block this door off with your crutch? Yes. Fine. Pull a bug. Yeah. I'm so scared for Tiny Tim died. I don't want Tiny Tim to
I don't want to lose Tiny Tim.
Right. So Tiny Tim, you get your crutch. You see that there is kind of a place where normally you would lock the door, like a little almost ledge to put a bar or something to try to lock it, but it's currently unlocked. You managed to wedge your crutch into it, and as far as you know, you think you've safely locked the doors. As you do, you hear kind of a bang on the outside, like someone's putting their shoulder into the door. And then you just hear a laugh.
You're a smart, small one.
Then you hear crash. There's a window in the sitting room, and you look. You see a body fall into the window, into the room, and he stands up. What would you like to do?
First of all, what's happening with the family in there?
So you look, and from this crash, this window, you see there's two beds. You see presumably a mother and a father. You see a small child, and they all wake up at the same time at this crash. And look, they see you standing there, and they see this man in a long coat in their living room. They're still groggy, they're waking up, so they don't react yet. What would you like to do?
So, don't kill me. I got forced to help those men. I've read that you kill criminals. And
Don't waste your words, small one. I know you killed him.
He starts stepping towards you. As he does, the as you step forward, the dad walks up.
What's this? What you doing in my house? Get out!
He's Jack the Ripper!
He starts walking up to Jet the Ripper, gets in his face, and Jet turns, grabs him by the throat, and says,
This does not concern
I want to try to get out while he's
and
focused
he
on him.
starts pushing the dad back into the room, so he doesn't seem that he wants to kill him, but he's getting him out of the way. So yeah, so you go back out the door as this family is dealing with Jet.
And then my other options from earlier, there was the sewer and the slums, maybe like getting around back to them.
And the brothel.
Can he hear us in the distance?
I will say,
'Cause I'm screaming.
since you literally said you were screaming, help, it's Jack the Ripper, run for your lives. Yes, you can hear Tom just yelling at the top of his lungs, and it's getting farther away.
I want to go to the brothel.
Okay. So I will say, let's cut over to Tom and Lionel.
Okay.
You just left Tiny Tim. You're out on the streets. Jack doesn't seem to be. You kind of keep looking back over your shoulder, and he doesn't seem to be chasing you. Do you want to keep running down the street? You two have those same options. You know that there's the river, there's the sewers, there's the brothel. What would you like to do?
So, okay. So I'm slowing down.
No, no.
Hold on, Tom. We need to figure out our next options.
I think. Okay, so I shouldn't have been yelling. I shouldn't have been doing that.
He doesn't know what happened to.
Oh my God. Tiny Tim, he'll be all right. He's a tough bloke. He wouldn't have been. Oh my God. He wouldn't have been on this. He wouldn't have been on it.
But he knows I was still in the building with him.
Right? He wouldn't have been on this mission if he couldn't handle the job right now.
That's right.
Now.
That's right, Tom. That's right, Tom. Tiny Tim will be all right.
Okay.
We need to look out for ourselves now.
What time is it? Okay, actually, I don't know because I'm in panic mode.
I will say
it's
just
late.
based off of. You want to take back your question?
Yeah, I'm taking back my question because I don't know what time it is. It was like 1:30 when we were doing the store thing. So I'm gonna just.
No, it's gonna be like 4 in the morning now. It's gonna be sun up soon. I think when it's sun up, right? From what I heard, he doesn't keep during the daytime. It's just the nighttime. So let's just get back to the hideout during the day. We'll let the bobbies deal with it right now. Where we go. Till then.
Well, the way I see it, got two options.
All right.
We could keep running down to the River Thames,
Okay.
or we can hide out in the sewers. But I heard Jack use the sewers as his transportation means.
Right.
We're a sneaky, real sneaky brother.
Okay. All right. So let's just keep on walking.
I want to interrupt real quick to say that was not in the papers. That is just a Lionel theory.
Oh yeah,
I'm all in. I'm all in.
I'm
But
spreading
he's-
I'm spreading misinformation right now. I'm just guessing.
But he fully believes it. He's like,
I'm conspiracy
of course,
theory.
Of course he uses
He's got to.
I tell you what though, Lionel, if we get in the sewer like you said, right, Barry, we ain't got nowhere to go, okay? If we head towards the river, we can always run.
We can hide on a boat or
Yes,
something.
that's what we're doing. We're gonna continue to make our way during the river, but we're more calm now. We're not freaking out. We're not
So
yelling.
you decide. So you stop and discuss.
We're kind of
decide to
walking
head
now.
south
We're kind of
towards-
walking now.
towards the River Thames, trying to walk at casual. As you do,
By the way, I still have 2 pieces from the jewelry store in my coat.
speaking of, as you're making this plan and you decide to start to stroll nonchalantly towards the river, 2 bobbies come running. They see you in the streets and they stop and say,
Was someone yelling? You say you saw Jack?
Yeah, they were running that way. They were screaming, it's Jack the Ripper. We're making our way to the river right now, so we ain't want nothing to do with them.
to persuade these cops, I'm gonna have you pull.
Okay, we can't talk about this a little bit more.
I'm asking you to pull. You can always opt not to.
Wow. I can go get
What
that
are you
sign.
gaining from this? You persuade them. I'm confused.
I just told them that it was.
Yeah, like what would you gain if they just don't believe you? Okay.
Well, I cut my arm last time, but does my trench coat cover that?
If you look closely enough, you could see that you're bleeding.
It's a bandage.
Yes, you bandage it kind of over your coat. So if they stop long enough and inspect you long enough,
Okay. Well, I have my hands. I'm gonna say I have my hands
there
in
was-
my pockets.
I was gonna say
So
there
I'm playing it cool.
Even if they, what would they do to you? You didn't. There's nothing suspicious besides.
We'll see. I'm gonna just pull a block.
Okay, all right.
unless he's got jewels on him, which he stated he does.
You can't pull from that one. You can't pull from the
Yeah, I'll
top
tip
two.
from the top.
I guess the top two.
Yeah, you can't pull from the top two.
Slowly road, that's scary.
I gotta start pulling this with it.
Is that going down a 1 block right there?
Yep.
Hi.
It's about to start being a lot of 1 blocks.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, so they look you over, and you see one of the top's eyes kind of go to the bandage on your arm,
Well, it's in my my hands in my pocket, in the coat.
but you cut up your entire arm. But with the pull, with your descriptions, they asked you one more time. What direction was it?
It was that way. It was towards the
And do I know what stores are behind me, or am I?
You're in the slums. There's not really much stores here. There's brothels.
honestly, I don't know. It's late. I'm just. It's some that way. It ain't this way. That's why we're heading this way.
Do you want to tell them about the other body?
No, I'm leaving all of that out. I'm just saying it was some guy screaming that way.
Because that's really suspicious.
That's
So-
why we're running that. That's why we're going this way.
All right, so those two bodies keep running back towards your hideout, towards the Ripper. You know that if they don't turn off the street, they will come to the body of the woman that you saw earlier, because it is on the street. And Tiny Tim kind of went off a side street, so, but you currently don't even know where Jack is.
Or Tiny Tim.
From where you are. So, I will say just outside the game, your characters won't know this, but the cops will have run down the street and they find the body of the woman who was killed by Jack the Ripper. So they think that that's what you were freaking out about, or that the person that you said was streaming was freaking out about, and they find the body and report it and all that stuff. So they successfully find the victim of Jack the Ripper, but they don't know to look into the hideout and find Nellie or where Jack actually is. So you start heading down towards the River Thames, and we're right up at to Tiny Tim. You walked into a brothel.
Well, this is
And-
me and Lionel, correct? That we're heading to the
Yeah, you're heading to the river. But I
and
cut,
Lionel. Okay.
yeah,
All I know is Woodsbury.
Lionel Holtzberg. I cut that to Tiny Tim. So you walk into this brothel.
Really describe it.
You see it's dimly lit. There's a lot of couches, a lot of cushions. You see one girl who seems to kind of be napping. It's at night, so she fell asleep here. Very scantily clothed. You can see that she's not really fully clothed, but there's a sheer kind of blanket covering her up. And at the entrance is a older woman who might be the one that kind of runs the brothel, and she seems to be kind of dozing, but she's still waiting, because they do sometimes get patrons this late, or early I should say, in the morning, and she sees this child walk in. She kind of raises her eyebrows and says, "All right then, what you doing here, lad?"
Jack the Ripper. I saw a dead body in the street, and Jack the Ripper, he saw me, and he started trying to kill me because I saw him kill the lady. So I just ran as fast as my tiny legs would take me.
She walks over her little stand that she stands behind. She takes you by the hand and says, "All right then, lad, it's okay. I know that Jack's been in the papers lately, and you might have had a nightmare or something, but it's okay. Let's get you back to your parents. Yeah, this isn't a place for a boy like you." She starts to try to lead you towards the door.
No, he's outside. Jack the Ripper. is literally, is literally outside trying to kill me.
All right. She's just keeps patting you, and she says, "It's all right. It'll be okay. Let's get you to your parents. Let's find your parents. Jack the Ripper. I know there's been some talk, but he won't kill you. If anyone should be scared, it's more the likes of me, you know. So let's just go back outside. I don't want you in here." She kind of turns around and sees the woman who like turns and you can kind of see her breast become visible, and she's like tries to block her tries to block your sight. It's like, yeah, you really shouldn't be here, and starts leading you out the door. Would you like to fight against her or let her lead you outside?
Ma'am, I'm also cold. No, I don't know what's wrong with me or my parents. When they brought me to the doctor, they said if I spend too much time out in the cold, I could die.
She says, "It's all right. Like, here you go." She takes a blanket off of one of the mini couches that they have, wraps around your shoulders, kind of gives you a little pat on the shoulders, and starts pushing you now outside.
I wanna look at her and tell her,
As long as you lock this door and let me stay the night, my father, he can offer you money. Here, I have some money he gave me.
I never put my money out on the table when they dumped all that. So I just want to give her
her
like,
eyebrows
a
kind of
small
raise.
amount.
They perk up, and she says, "Well, we do have plentiful rooms. You said you have some money now."
Yeah, my dad gave me.
How much?
How much are the rooms? My dad gave me just a little bit of money.
She assesses the situation, and she looks at this kid who's asking for a room and has money.
Can I give her like 5 pounds or something?
Yeah,
just like a little kid amount, like.
She takes the 5 pounds and
Shaking.
I'm sorry, lad, but
Whatever. I don't know.
but a room's much more than this.
Well, all he gave me was just a little bit more. It was
sorry.
for my mom's gift.
I'm gonna have to.
Can I
you
just give her? I feel like I'm a criminal and I'm crafty enough. I want to give her enough for a room, but I don't want to give her.
And since you are crafty, you know that she's going to look at a small child who is trying to ask for a room in a brothel, and she's going to try to extort him. So she knows that you.
too.
Well, she thinks you wouldn't know how much a room would be, and she's trying to get more money for you because she knows that at this point that your daddy gave you some money.
All right, madam. If it's not enough, I guess I'll go home. But can you take me?
I'll walk you there. She
Okay.
She turns around and says, "Susanna, watch the front for me. I gotta take this boy home." And you see this woman kind of walk out. She's groggy, just woken up. She rubs her eyes. It's like, all right, Beth. And she
Did she at least put her breast away?
Oh, this is a different one.
Okay.
You see, she's wearing a robe that's kind of open in the middle. Breasts are covered. But yeah,
Okay.
she's not wearing anything under the robe.
Okay. All right.
But Beth, who you just learned her name, escorts you outside. So we cut back to Lionel and Tom. So you are starting to walk south. The bobbies just ran past you. You're going down. There's kind of the main street that's going down. There are some side alleys that some shortcuts. Being residents of Whitechapel, some shortcuts that could get you there faster if you're trying to get south to the River Thames. What would you like to do?
Wait, Tom, I know some shortcuts.
Yeah, mate, if you want to take those shortcuts, that's on you. I'm going straight to the river. I'm staying on this main street, okay? I ain't going anywhere. In my right mind, if I go down this alleyway, I'm going to see Jack himself, okay? It's almost the morning. I'm playing it safe. We barely made it out, okay? We saw some bobbies. They may have even found out the hideout, okay? I just want to lay low until the sun rises, and I'm going to just stay on the main street. It's the safest bet.
You're right, Tom. I'll stick with you, mate. To the end.
Right, so you stay on the street heading south. As you walk, there is a shape moving towards you from the mist. So, as I said, there's fog. It's lit up. You see a person walking towards you on this main street.
Oh, I get closer to Lion now, like real.
I know. You see that?
Yeah, I see it. Cool, looks like a lad walking towards us.
Should we keep on walking?
Keep going up.
Maybe across the street, eh? Another side of the street.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
So-
just nudge along. Maybe it's a bobby.
So you keep walking towards this figure who's moving towards you. You cross over the street, and you see that this person veers towards you and starts walking close to you again. They're just walking casually, not really running, not picking up speed, but they definitely turn directions to come towards you.
You see that?
This is a suspicious bloke, isn't it?
Now we start moving to the other side of the street to see if he does it again.
Yes.
You see him turn towards you, and at this point, he's close enough. You start seeing the shadows starting to dissipate as you get close enough to the light, and as he gets close enough to you, the fog isn't as thick, and you see it's kind of a raggedy man, long matted hair, a long grown out beard. He seems to be what you would normally see on the streets as a homeless person. It's not too uncommon for them to be up at this hour. And he starts walking to you.
Do you have any spare change? Spare change for a poor soul?
Oh, I give him £1. I have my pocket.
Alright, you reach in your pocket and you go to hand him.
There you go, mate.
Alright,
I'm gonna tell him.
You know, there was somebody just screaming. Jack the Ripper was out here. You know that?
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
He's killed so many people lately. I've been scared for my life, but at least I heard it's just women. You know,
I tell you
I'm
what,
not one of them.
mate, you want to come with us?
Come with you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're heading towards the river.
I mean, my home's I should say where I sleep's right over here. I don't.
Right, but it's safer in
What's
numbers,
that
right?
river?
The river?
Yeah. Why are you going to the river?
It's just farther away from where Jack was.
Yeah, we heard him screaming back there, and it's safer in numbers, right?
Well, if he just kills someone, I don't think I thought we're safe. I will
Where-
stay here, but I'll take that pound you got there. He
Okay.
reaches out his hand.
Well, where you live?
I sleep in that alley.
Right then, that ain't no home.
as you go to hand him the money, he grabs you by the wrist. I need you to pull.
Grabs by the wrist. Oh, no. Okay.
Somebody's finna die.
Okay. So this man, you go to hand him some money. He goes to grab it with a shaking hand, and then he grabs your wrist, and all of a sudden, it's a steel grip. He looks you dead in the eyes, and you see his iris, his pupil disappear, and then just becomes white. It says,
You thought you'd escape that easy.
and he pulls you towards him, pulls out his knife. You rip away from him with the pull, and what would you like to do?
Can I throw like rocks in his face? bigger box than we're throw in his face.
Need to pull a block.
I don't want to pull block.
I would say Tom's natural reaction from this happening is he's taken aback. So he has to take a step back from this guy grabbing his arm because he's like, whoa, like what just happened?
And then his pupils went away too.
Yeah, well, I'm focused on the rest because we were just talking like, hey, mate, that's not a help. You live in the alleyway.
So you see him grab Lionel by the arm, and you see him pull out a dagger. And Lionel pulls away and just take a step back, and you hear him say,
Thought you did away that easy.
and he starts to laugh, and he turns and looks you in the eye.
Wait, you still throwing rocks?
Yeah, I'll just throw rocks in his face.
He just doesn't want to pull.
Oh, you don't want to pull?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be something bad happening. I don't know.
So you bend over to grab rocks and you throw it, but you just throw wildly, and it hits him like in the chest, doesn't do anything. But he doesn't seem to be looking at you anymore. You just pulled away from him. He just kind of throws his head back. He's like, and looks at you, Tom, and he rushes you.
I'm terrified. I'm sprinting back and I'm running towards where I saw the bobbies last.
Okay, I need you to pull.
Dang it! I can't back out.
You can back out, but
No, I can't.
you can choose not to pull. You can choose not to pull.
Oh my god.
Miat.
No way. There's no way he actually got that. Not quite. I hit it. No.
The next person to pull is dead.
Okay. So, Tom, you're running.
I'm not running. I'm sprinting.
You're sprinting full speed back towards you.
I still have a knife on me, by the way. You know, that's canon.
Lionel, what are you doing?
I sprint towards the river. Just run that way.
Okay, so you run opposite directions.
Yeah, because he's looking at Tom now, right?
And did he?
Jack,
he
isn't
let-
Jack like
the-
focused on Tom now?
He turned towards Tom.
So I'm just running this way. I'm just
So
like,
Jack
just
let go of
running.
his wrist?
Yeah,
Full
he
sprint.
pulled.
He pulled away.
He pulled away from him.
Threw rocks.
I tried to throw rocks in
You're
his face,
running.
but I messed up.
You're running with your pull. You escape as well. So he's just in the middle. He looks to you, Tom, as you run. He looks at Lionel running, and again he just laughs. And that gets
Laugh gets me every time.
that gets fainter in the distance as you both just take off running full speed.
Again, I'm screaming.
It's Jack the Ripper! It's Jack the Ripper!
And I would say,
Is this back where I came from? So
Yeah.
do I see lights on at
So
this point?
this is back towards where you came from, back towards the hideout, and this is also where Tiny Tim is being led. So I will say, let's cut to Tiny Tim. You're being led out from this brothel by Beth, and she takes you out onto Golston Street, and she starts walking you down the street, and you see two bobbies that are around this dead body of this woman who's in the street. And they turn to you and say, "Boy, what's wrong? Did y'all see anything? We heard Jack the Ripper's out. He killed another one." And he looks at Beth, who is kind of the stereotypical victim of Jack the Ripper, and says, "Miss, I don't think you should be outside right now." And he approaches you and says, "Is this your son?"
You said Jack the Ripper's out?
Yeah, I wouldn't come over here like this. He left the body.
Miss, I think we should get inside.
She looks at you and she's kind of open mouthed and, "Oh, you weren't lying, were you, lad? All right, let's go then." She looks at these two bobbies and says, "What? Could you escort us back to my place?" And there's, all right, that's fine. And they start walking back towards the brothel. As you do, you hear manic screaming from down the street. Tom, what are you doing?
I'm running and I am trying to find the bobbies that I just said Jack the Ripper was this way. And now I'm screaming saying,
It's Jack the Ripper! It's Jack the Ripper!
So
I am manic right now.
They're starting to escort Tiny Tim and Beth back to the brothel, and then they hear this screaming, "It's not the Ripper!" And then they turn and say, "Sorry, you don't get yourselves home." And they take off running towards you. So, you still don't see Tiny Tim. You hear Tom's voice. But, Tom, you see out of the haze the two Bobbies that you saw before run up to you and say, what is it?
Bobby, there's Jack the Ripper. He's following me. I said he was over here, but now he's over there, and it's Jack the Ripper. It's Jack the Ripper.
Did you tell another one?
I know, but he grabbed my friend, man. The guy, he was with me, and he was back there. I'm staying with you. I ain't going nowhere. Jack the Ripper's out, and he's gonna kill me if I don't stay with you, and I'm not going anywhere.
Alright, so these two Bobbies look at each other. One of them says, Bill, you stay here with them.
No. We stay together.
Bill's gonna stay here. I need to do it.
No, it's Jack the Ripper.
He's grabbed you by the shoulders. Lad, it's okay. Go take care of it.
I saw the white.
He's staring dead in the eyes now.
I saw the white in his eyes. It was the eyes of the devil. Mate, you ain't seen eyes
Bill
like a doll's eyes.
See, Bill comes and kind of grabs you in the shoulders and like tries to pat you, cover you a little bit, but holds you back from this other man. He's like, it's okay,
Mate.
It'll be all right. And the other one says, it said this direction. And
Wait, mate. Look what he did to me.
Pulls his sleeve down. He unwraps some of the bandage.
Well, that was a close. Well, I'm glad you're all right. I'm gonna go. So he takes off. He runs.
It's Jack the Ripper.
He runs in the opposite direction to where you said you came from, and that leaves one Bobby here with the three of you now. So he takes you. He's still patting you. It's all right, lad. Oh, he did get you. You're safe. And Tiny Tim, what would you like to do now? You see this cop and Tom now walking up to you.
I want the blanket that she put on me. Can I have it just like covering me? Because I want to try to like hide myself.
From Tom?
Yeah.
Sure.
Not like, and then I want to talk to Beth. Be like,
I really think that we should get back inside while we have the chance. I don't want something like that to happen to anyone else.
Right, lad. You can stay with me.
and then
It's
I want to
okay.
just like act all sad.
Oh, you
like,
don't have to pay. It's alright. We're dead inside.
Can I see that?
You
just, like, the
see
blankets
this
over you.
woman now, and you see a small child covered in a blanket being escorted.
Hey, Bobby, we got to go get them. We got to go save them. They got to know Jack the Ripper's out. They could die. Women like him, or her. Sorry, I'm a little freaked out right now. He goes after people like that.
I've already talked to them. I'm gonna escort them back to their house. You can join us if you want.
You go.
Which I suggest.
I'm staying
Yeah,
with
I'm
you,
going with
Bobby.
them.
Bobby, I'm staying. You can
Alright.
put a cuff on me because I ain't going nowhere.
So Tom and the Bobby join Tiny Tim, who is in disguise. There's Beth as they make their way back to the brothel, and you see as you approach,
I think it's a
this
little
Bobby
girl, by the way.
Bill kind of sees where you're headed, looks at Beth. Is that you're taking the lad there? And she's, we have to get off the streets. It's the only place. I swear my girls will take care of him. Not in that way. They will just put him in a room for the night. It'll be safe. It'll be okay. He looks. I guess. And you go towards this brothel. Tell me you have no idea what this place is.
Yeah, I'm confused because he's calling it him, but I thought it was a little girl with the narrow shoulders and little stature and thing around the head like this.
It's cold out.
It's cold.
Tim, have you said anything at this point? Or you
No,
just-
no, I'm just.
So you
I'm
make your
huddled
way-
up to her. She's my.
You made,
saving
as far as you
grace.
know, this is her daughter. You don't know where you're headed. This conversation makes no sense to you, but you're like, okay. You made it back to the brothel, and when you get there, Beth, you open the door. Beth starts calling to her girls. Susanna, get a room ready for the lad. The Ripper's out. And Susanna comes around and takes you, leads you into the back room. And what about this fella? And looks at you, Tom.
I tip my hat, top hat.
So you see. So you see what I described before. These couches. You see these
One
women.
with the boob out.
Yeah, she's turned back over, but you see a bare back. As she's
Every time you say anything, he just keeps adding that.
as she's lying on this couch. And do you know what this place is?
I'm starting to get an idea, but
A lady's boob is out.
I'm freaked out right now that Jack the Ripper's out, and I'm not leaving the cop sock, and I am not leaving these two women and the safety of numbers.
Man, your character's so stupid.
So, another girl.
Literally.
But I am getting wiser to where I'm at. I wasn't looking at the sign or anything. I was just trying to figure out the situation that's going on.
So another woman, Emily, walks up to you and says, "Right then, lads, you wanna have any other activities tonight, or just a room?"
What you mean, like ball games? What are you talking about? There's Jack the Ripper out. Did you not hear what was going on?
We're safe. We have this fine gentleman here, and she kind of pats him on the arm and she kind of grabs his muscles and kind of looks at him and said, "I'm sure he can protect us."
It's just swats hand away. It's just a brothel.
Yes.
You brought us to the bro. This is what Jack the Ripper kills. It's women in the middle of the night. Are you crazy?
She says, he's never killed anyone in the brothel. It's usually just us girls out on the street.
He looks over it.
Hey, put your boob away.
This wakes her up, and this woman who is napping now kind of wakes up, startled, kind of covers up, and is like, "What's going on?"
Jack the Ripper's out.
Yeah, he's been out. What's she talking about?
Oh, Frodo. Give me a room. And I tell you what.
Hey, he takes both of them out of his pockets, the two that he had. And
he was like, give me all the women you got. Give me everyone you... I want one room. All of them. You and the little girl over there.
The girl, the Tiny Tim who has his head covered.
All of you. In the room.
She looks at the two things, the two diamond rings, and she says, "This will buy you a lot of girls, but we can't bring the little one."
I'm telling you, it's this ain't for me. It's for her.
What?
She's thinking like a section.
The Bobby, Bill turns to you. "What you on about, mate?" "I'm about to arrest you right here, right now."
Bobby,
Explain yourself.
No, it's not like that. It's about safety. I tell you what, okay, you take the little girl, okay? I'm taking the room.
You mean the lad?
The girl, no, it's a little girl, right?
I didn't see the little girls, I saw the little lad.
Oh, right, well, this makes this situation even worse. Get me the room.
Alright, the girls rush off. They take you by the hand, lead you to this big, nice, plush room. You see that it has that canopy bed. It's kind of shaped like a heart.
Hey, and keep all your clothes on.
There, you see them about to undress, and they're like, okay, and put their clothes back on. The Bobby Bill, he says, I'm just gonna wait out here. I'll guard the door.
Right, good. You tell us if anybody's coming. Oh, you watch the door.
He stays
okay?
by the front door. I forgot. Did we say what was happening with Tiny Tim?
No, I was just still with Beth.
All right, so Beth is leading you back into the room. So now all these girls have you.
How many girls are there, by the way? Because I have no idea.
There's not too many in the brothel. There's 5. So
That are in
they've
the
gotten
room with
everyone.
me?
So there's Beth and there's 5 girls with you in this room.
So I'm with Beth.
So you're with Beth. She's kind of leading you down into the basement. This seems to be a you're going down the stairs. As you I'll say tell him there's a cot down here. There's just a cot. It's not like a nice room. She's letting you stay here for free, so she didn't give you one of those.
Yeah.
Plus you don't know what's in those rooms. So she just brought you down here. There's a cot where probably some of the girls take naps, things like that. There's a little office that might be her office. So she says, we'll be safe down here. But I want to cut back to home. There's these 5 girls, and do you get on the bed, stay on the bed? You plan on spending the night here? What are you doing?
I am not going to sleep.
All you ladies, you ain't allowed to take a babe, okay? I want you to watch all the doors, all right?
And he grabs a chair, puts it down.
You sit right here and watch this door. You watch her watching this door, and I'm.
How many doors are there in here? Like, how many entrances, windows?
There's a window on the bed behind the bed, and there's just the one entrance. The one door.
I'm gonna start barricading everything. I'm pushing the bed. I'm pushing everything I can to the doors, and I'm having them just be my eyes.
Okay. So you turn.
And I'm sitting. Oh, I'm also sitting in the center of the room like this with my knife, just right in the center, just waiting.
Okay. As you do, one of the girls who you heard her name is Emily comes up to you, and kind of puts her hand on your hand and just kind of pats you and says, "And it's okay. It's all right. You can put the knife down. We're safe here."
I ain't putting no knife down. You know what time is it?
I don't know. It's the middle of the night.
Okay. Well, I ain't putting this knife down till I see the sun.
Oh, I know you're worked up. It'll be alright. Why don't you come lay down? We can take care of you.
The bed's up against the window.
No, I guess you have a point. We can have some fun on the floor. How about it?
I didn't pay you, okay? I didn't pay you for you to tell me what to do. I paid you for me to tell you what to do.
As you do,
okay?
a second girl comes up to the other side.
Can I play like one of the girls that are there?
Why not?
When I was downstairs too, I don't know if Beth stayed or not, but I mean, God bless you, miss. Okay.
Right. So a second girl comes up to you, takes you by the hand, and says, "You sure there's a lot of us here? You paid a pretty penny on. We could give you the time of your life."
I push her away a little bit harder than I probably should have.
No! You watch the door. I'm staying right.
The other 2 girls.
Yeah, I paid you.
Don't. You might pay us. We might be whores, but we won't take that from the likes of you.
I'm sorry, miss. I apologise. As a gentleman myself, I should not be laying me hands on you like that. I did pay you for a service, and I would like for you to respectfully watch the door. The door.
We're prostitutes, but there's a certain amount of respect that we're gonna get and that we're gonna give.
Oh, love, prostitutely watch the door, please.
We've kicked out gents
All right, I tell you
more
what. I tell
expensive than you.
I tell you what. How about a compromise? Okay. How about you?
As you speak, you feel something cold touch your wrist. You hear it click. You look down. Your hand's been cuffed. You hear it click. Your other wrist is also cuffed. They all stand up, back away from you, evenly spaced, creating 5 points with you in the center. They say, "You really are worried about old Jack, aren't you? Well, he's just a sweetie pie. There's nothing to be worried about." They start walking towards the door, moving everything away from the door, and open it. And they say, "Oh, Jack, why don't you come in?" Through the door steps Bill, the Bobby. As he walks through the door, that same grin, that same smile as you saw before, that same laugh, and you see his eyes turn to white and say,
I told you. You wouldn't get away.
I need you to pull.
Can I say anything? Or should I just pull first?
You.
Okay. I'm gonna pull first.
Okay.
What am I doing this whole time? I'll be running. Dude, this moral of the story is don't trust anybody.
Oh my god. The top seems shakier. Okay, this is gonna be probably my best. No, it's not. No, it's not either. Oh my god.
Nothing's really. Everything's a stability.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ashton. Ashton. Why? Why? All right, we're gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Do it fast. Do it fast.
Well, I know I am. Okay, I have an idea. We're just gonna flick it out of there. It's still there. Oh, dude, there's so much tension to this.
Okay. So, Tom, you have been handcuffed in a room with 5 prostitutes.
Can I just wonder? Hey, if you're listening to this, don't trust women.
Especially not prostitutes.
Jack walks through the door. You are helpless, handcuffed on the floor, surrounded. Bill, who you trusted to protect you, turns into Jack. He smiles as he plunges the knife into your chest. Again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, as your life fades and you hear the laugh as everything fades to black.
As he's stabbing me, can I? I'm trying to pray my last.
So with the final prayer, Tom closes his eyes forever. I will say,
It's my last ditch effort. That's all I got.
he does not seem to be affected by prayer. I'll say with that, Tim, Tiny Tim, you spend the night safely in the basement with Beth. She locks the door. She takes care of you motherly, and she doesn't seem to be a part of whatever else is going with these girls. And you spend the night safely here. Lionel, you make your way to the river. You kind of hide out under a bridge, and you kind of stay out of harm's way until you see over the River Thames the sun start to crest over the horizon and fills the sky with an orange glow. And as your buddy Tom said, that the Ripper don't do no killings in the daytime. I think that's what he said. But you both safely made it through the night. Tim, when you wake up, you ask what happened to the other man. You stayed hidden from him, but you say, what happened to that man that came in with me? And they say, oh, he left in the morning. Nothing happened. We were okay. We made it safe. And I'll say that you both return to the hideout, meet up with each other, everything's fine, you collect the money. The jewels seem to be missing that, Tom had on him. You wait for him for a day. That day passes, you wait the night passes, you wait another day, still no sign of him. So you decide to split the money 2 ways. Nellie is dead. Tom doesn't seem to be anywhere. So you make it out with a lot of money, and it's enough to retire from the life of crime.
I'm moving away. I'm moving to France or something, dude. I'm out of here. I'm
Just go back home to Australia.
No, I went to Australia because I was in prison. That's why I had to switch accents.
Oh, sorry.
See, that's a penal colony, so, you know, I went over there for a little bit. I came back.
Yeah.
And Tim, what do you do with your life?
Well, I'm gonna buy my family the best Christmas dinner we've ever had.
And
And I'm gonna heal and cure my illness. God bless us, everyone.
And that's where we'll end Dread. Good job, everybody.
That was fun.
Yeah, no, I was worried because I realized at the end it's Jack the Ripper is a demon being summoned by the prostitutes. So there is no getting away from it.
I don't think he was summoned by a prostitute. I think he was just like.
No, they made a 5-point circle around. It's
No, but-
physically impossible.
but
for
how
him
is
to
it-
have
how is
been
he-
in the bodies?
How is he appearing in all the different places?
Because he's a demon. That's the only explanation. The eyes turn white and he possesses them. I'm assuming. Is that where you were going with?
He's definitely supernatural.
Oh yeah,
why they made a,
supernatural.
possession.
But
why
like
they
I'm
made a
saying, the
pentagram
prostitutes
around
don't always control. They're all. I guess maybe they control them in that one scenario, but
They circled around
saying,
him
and
in
that-
a pentagram.
Uh,
5-star formation.
Are we keeping this in?
And then the cop
I'm saying.
walked inside.
I'm saying they're not always.
I guess.
They don't always.
They just
Sometimes
roll
he
in.
does his own thing.
This is the show after the show, if you will.
You know what I mean? Sometimes Jack does his own thing. You see what I mean?
No, he did his thing. He did me in.
No, I'm saying sometimes he just appears wherever he wants to, or if he's summoned.
He has to.
Well, he was summoned by a
Like,
pentagram.
So I guess he has to appear when he's summoned, right?
I'm.
Yeah. So
Why
it's-
would
it's
he even be roaming the streets or what? Like, they're masterminds behind Jack the Ripper, the demon. He can have his own things, but the fact that they are summoning him there at the same time, that
So those
night
5 ladies are just
implies
killing
that
everybody.
they are the masterminds behind having him with some ulterior motive that you
To
don't
be
know.
fair, I felt like God was pretty, respectable.
I liked how Joe was like, ladies, we need to watch out for him. We need to click. Yes, we're going to kill you now. That was pretty funny.
I think my favorite part was all of you into the room. Even the little one. It's for a better.
Bobby was like, "Oi, mate, what are you doing? You nuts!"
Like, I was expecting the Beth.
He went to the basement and he survived.
I just got running. I ran
If you-
towards where Jack was and just got
behind the curtain, if you hadn't locked yourself in a room with 5 of them, Beth would have been the one to be evil. But narratively, it worked better for there to be 5 women that all turn on you.
That was Ashton said it. He said,
What?
Oh,
And I don't-
Ashton noticed it. He's like, "Wait, there's 5."
Can I ask if I were to able to actually pull
Ashton,
2?
did you say 5 because you knew you were gonna make a pentagram in that moment?
If you
Ashton, is that why you said 5?
no, 5 was random, and then my
And
brain
then-
goes, "Hey, there's 5 of them." Make a pentagram.
Dude, that's perfect, dude. Holy crap!
What? You're like, this is a unique set of circumstances.
There's 5 of them.
Is
He's
that it? I have a demon. There's 5 of them. Makes sense. But anyway, I figured it'll be best to end it with the tower falling, then trying to rebuild it, and keep going until it started late. And
Yeah, and the lights literally started turning off
I saw
as
that.
it was happening.
So it's
that was fun, dude.
I do it good. But yeah, I had some more possibilities, things.
I saw you
do
had
have.
like games and stuff.
Look, I do have Brothel Beth popped up as a potential scenario because she was always going to turn.
Stop this.
but-
If you're watching right here, thanks for watching. And no, we stopped. But
Like and
yeah, no,
subscribe.
I guess this is the end credits, if you will, for
Like
wherever
the
you're
video.
watching this. Yeah. So yeah, if you like this, subscribe if you want to see more of these. This was fun. I want to just do this again. Honestly, we'll just do it again. I don't even need you to subscribe
I
and like
got
this.
some more stories.
Yeah, just do it. Just to
This
do
old
it. Yeah. That's about it.
And if you stayed and watched everything like you just said,
God bless you. All of us.
All right, boys.
Everyone.
Game.